Hi everybody, Fair Lady of the Lock here, and I have asked the Raven's Clutch to join me on this reading. Um, Lady J has asked for a clarification reading on what's going on in her life, specifically her love life, and there's a lot of discouragement going on in that department, and so I've asked the Raven's Clutch to come and do this with me as a partnership so that you can get two different perspectives at the same time. Okay? And so we're going to start off with a Celtic cross for clarity's sake, and then we can expand from there and we can pull some oracle. All right? We want to make sure that we're giving you the best possible clarity that we can. Now, in the message that you sent me, there were some things that you said that I did want to touch on while I'm getting us set up here. When it comes to drawing in the life partner that is meant for you, age does not matter in the sense of if the other side wants you to have a mate in this lifetime, they're going to send them to you. Okay? That's it. Doesn't matter whether you've got 5 minutes together or 5 years together or whatever. While that can be maybe a discouraging thought, that is something that you need to bear in mind. As we've said many times before, all readings are possibilities. Okay? Nothing is 100% guaranteed. However, some energies can come through significantly stronger than others in a reading. Another thing that I wanted to mention from what you had written is that in all of your readings, if you'll remember, it talks about you living your life and pursuing your gifts and your purpose. This love relationship is not the purpose of your life, okay? It is meant to be a part of it. It's almost as a reward, if you will, but it is not the predominant feature of your life, and never should it be, okay? You have a beautiful soul with beautiful gifts and things that you can share with others to make life better for yourself and others. You should never ever allow knowing something is coming in to keep you from living your life, because if you do that, then you could keep the thing from coming in, right? Human choice always can play a role. It's imperative that you continue to live your life and not become depressed or discouraged or obsessed with the idea of someone coming in, okay? You can derail yourself from the path you were on when this gift was to be given by doing that, by not living the life that you're meant to. And I really, really need you to hear me on this. I love you, they love you, and they very much want you to live your life, okay? There should never be a time when you stop living because of something you know is coming. All right? Because you can keep it from actually happening by doing that. I just really, keeping the faith is about more than just believing. It's about living your best and fullest life. Okay? So I want you to do something for me. And it's more for you than for me, but I'm asking you to do this. I want you to get a piece of paper, a journal, notebook, whatever, okay? And I want you to sit down, and I want you to write out on one side of the paper or on one page of the journal what in your life you already have that you're grateful for. Okay? And on the other side, I want you to write the things that bring you joy, things that make you smile, the things that make you laugh, the things that bring happiness into your life. And I don't care how simplistic that may seem or sound. It can be everything from blowing bubbles to watching sun shining on a blade of grass. It doesn't matter how simple it is, okay? And then I want you to infuse from this list in every single day. I want you to do something, okay, off of this list. I want you to infuse something, whether it's you drink your tea from a pretty cup, okay? Speaking of tea, I want you to consider something called Whispering Wildflowers from Bigelow, okay?
Does wonders for me.
Yes. Raven takes it every single day, and it helps a lot for her, okay? All right, so we're going to start this off with the very center, and to make sure that you're getting two different perspectives, Raven is pulling Celtic Cross over here next to me as well, and we'll go over that, okay? She'll go over that with you. All right, so the center of the issue is the star, okay? So that is the issue, the situation, the circumstance, all right? There is still healing going on here, all right? Grounding is absolutely necessary, okay? It is absolutely necessary. Spend time in nature. It's bare feet on grass, okay? By water, looking up at the night sky with the stars, all right? When you obsess over something, instead of drawing it to you, you push it away. That's what obsession does. Okay. So, and there's some healing here that still has to be done with past relationships, with your internal space. But the most important thing here is grounding. All right. It is absolutely imperative that you ground yourself. Okay. The challenge crossing this is the Two of Cups. This is the soulmate card. Okay. The challenge to your physical and mental health at this time is knowing this energy is coming, feeling it's coming, and it's causing you to have some anxiety and depression. Okay. This is the challenge. What they're wanting you to focus on is letting go, okay? Letting go and releasing any sort of expectation, all right? It's okay to have faith. It's okay to have hope. It's not okay to hinge everything on it, all right? They're asking you to let go, to release, and to let be, all right? The guardians that watch over you, your daughter included, okay, they're not going to let you down. You just have to have faith, but you need to let go. All right, and you see the mist there in the mountains. It's clouding your ability to see. All right. In the recent past, you became more aware of the power that is within you, and you're continuing to become more aware of that power. You're getting more in touch with the spirit realm, communicating with the spirit realm. They're asking you to continue forward in attempting balance, okay, in your life, to continue tapping into that personal power. But they're also asking and reminding you, that they have asked you to be patient, and they're continuing to ask you to be patient, okay? In the possibilities, we have the Three of Swords, okay? Now, This is a card of sorrow, of loss, of depression, anxiety. So they're wanting to remind you that if you don't ground and if you don't release, okay, this is the state that you're going to be in. In order to get past this energy, grounding exercises are going to be very important for you. Sitting with that cup of tea, okay, and grounding yourself. Doing the journaling that I requested. Letting that light into your life, okay? This love that is meant for you is not meant to be the end-all be-all. Is it passionate? Yes. Is it loving? Yes. Is it meant to be? Yes. Are you going to know, and is it going to be beautiful? Absolutely. But if you continue to obsess about it and be impatient about it, you can push this away. All right? And if that's the case, you know, you could be looking at a next lifetime situation. So I really encourage you to ground yourself, draw upon your inner strength. Honestly, at this juncture, I would urge you to put it out of your mind completely if you can. All right? Just let it go, put it out of your mind completely, and just let the universe do its work. But if you're not living your life, if you're not putting your effort into your life to reach your fullest potential, then this is what we're looking at. Okay? You're a very loving, passionate person. You have a lot of energy and emotions that go through you, and they're just asking you to direct that towards your own personal happiness on your own first. Okay? Then love will come in. In order for true love to come, you must first know and learn how to be completely happy on your own. All right? In the near future, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay? And this is a thawing of the snow, springtime, you know, from winter to spring energy. Just like we had here. Here we have spring to summer energy. Here in the center, we also have spring to summer energy. All right? But this Ace of Swords, this is clarity of thought, okay? This is a new journey, a new path, a new way of thinking, all right? And they're asking you to do that. A new way of thinking about yourself and your life that does not revolve around this love or any love outside of the love you give to yourself, all right? That has to be a priority for you. Now, along with this, you will gain new insight. Right? New insight and new clarity. Now, your power is in listening to the spirit realm. You are able to listen to and hear the spirit realm, communicate with the spirit realm. And there is power in that. There is joy in that. Okay? You are able to get these messages on your own through the spirit realm. You don't need somebody else giving them to you. All right? You are capable of doing this. And they're asking you, the dolphin is about joy and happiness, okay? And they're asking you to please seize upon your own joy and happiness. And know that they are there with you, guiding, guarding, and protecting and supporting you in this endeavor. Okay, there is enormous power in that, absolutely enormous power in that. Okay, the environment is you walking by faith. Okay, you can't see what lies ahead. You feel something, you know something's coming. They are there supporting you, protecting you, buoying you up. But right now, you are walking by faith. But you have to keep walking. All right? Just like if this person stopped or misstepped, they would fall and plunder. This isn't the time to stop. This is the time to continue on in faith. Fears and hopes, hopes and fears. The King of Cups in reverse is that your fear is this person isn't coming, that this person isn't going to be here, that you'll miss them, you already missed them, or that they just don't exist. Okay, and that's your fears category. But the outcome, okay, with the Page of Pentacles, is you coming to a better understanding of things, learning how to control your emotions better, how to interact with the material world around you in a way that supports your mental and physical well-being. Okay, this is you coming to a whole new realization and you receiving the prize that you seek. All right, but it is imperative that you release and let go of the depression and the anxiety and the obsessive thinking that's surrounded by this knowing. Okay? Seize your personal joy. I really can't stress this enough, because in order for the right person to be with you, the right person to find you, you first have to be the right person for yourself. Okay? And right now, with how you're feeling and you're thinking, that's doing you more harm than good, and it delays this gift. Okay? So put it out of your mind completely if you are able, and live your life as if that is what is. And when the time is right, and only when the time is right, then you will have the gift of this person. And now I'm going to have the Raven's Clutch talk about the cards she pulled for you and her message for you. And how the Raven's Clutch does hers is she looks at the cards, and the first word that comes to her mind, that is the message from her. So hers may be more brief than mine, but it is no less valid and important. Okay.
Okay. This might take a moment. Well, she said most of what I was thinking and feeling and getting. So,
When you talk about a card, you can put it up there for the video.
Okay. Okay. You've been waiting for so long for this to happen. You've been wanting it for so long, and you've been prepared. You've gotten your mind in the headspace. But what you really need is to just be comfortable with yourself on your own first. You need to just find what makes you happy so that you can enjoy yourself, your life, on your own first. Because life's funny when you finally are like, okay, I'm done waiting, I'm gonna try and do this, then they finally come into your life. What you've been waiting so long for finally comes into your life. So, from this, you need a new way of thinking. You need to, okay, this one, you feel trapped, you feel stuck, you feel sad, like you don't know where to go, but you have people, things watching over you, making sure you'll be fine. You'll be okay. You just need to be comfortable with how you are now and your life now, and make yourself happy. Well, not make yourself, but you know what I mean. You just need to enjoy life as it is, and eventually it'll come into your life. They'll come into your life. Probably when you least expect it. This I'm feeling, this is you being comfortable with who you are in your life at that moment. You're doing the shadow work, you're working on it. You're doing good. You've got the abundance, you've got the good vibes going and flowing. This one, you have people working with you, finding who and where you're meant to be, and just working on life, learning, and getting what you want to get done. This one, you've got all this confidence and power, and you're ready to take on things, and probably that's when what you've been waiting for is probably going to come into your life, you know? So.
Okay, and then she pulled some oracle cards for you from the Moonology deck.
Step out of your comfort zone. New moon.
North node.
North node. Sorry, this is the new moon. And then this one is
A new start.
a new start is coming. So.
Alright. I'm going to draw you one of my crystal oracle and then one of the white light oracle. Ruby, wealth, wisdom, and success in love. King of diamonds represents the... my brain just emptied out. King of pentacles. Okay. So the ruby is the birthstone for Cancer, which is end of June, beginning to middle of July. Okay, so time frame wise, we could be looking more towards summertime now. With some of the things that are going on, the energies haven't been feeling well received. And I'm sorry to be blunt like that, but it's just sometimes it happens. And then the pearl, love, truth, and emotional healing with the Six of Cups. Okay, so focus on where you can find joy and happiness and bring joy and happiness to others. Charity work, putting in an encouraging word, just simply smiling at people on the street. Okay, and then opal, happiness, faithfulness, and loyalty. with the 8 of Diamonds, which is the 8 of Pentacles. All right. Those can be of some help to you. All right. And then with Labradorite, limitless potential, sleep soundly with the 9 of Wands. As always, protecting yourself in the spiritual and energetic realm is wise. Okay? And then with the White Light Oracle, with the ruby and the pearl here together, yeah, it's looking like the energy. It still could be spring, but it's looking like it's been moved a bit to the summertime. Really wanting you to, you know what, this has been coming up multiple times, so we're just going to take that. We're going to take that one. And we're going to take that one. Okay. Clear quartz is a great one for clearing your energies. It's a master healer. Number 26, Deer of Delta. Without any force, you can overcome even extreme negativities. Your real nature is gentle, which is powerful in its own unique way. You do not need to become something you are not. You can confidently and effectively invoke spiritual protection from the light. You can never be dominated or bullied at a spiritual level because the real you is always empowered and protected in the light. Okay? Regenerative healing is coming through with this one. You know you are able to receive messages from the other side. Your daughter, this is really, I'm getting, lean into that. And then Theta of Venus. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual path. Okay? And then there's a little prayer here that goes with it that says, I call upon the spiritual guidance which loves me unconditionally and the higher guiding angels of Venus and Theta, that I may experience through grace, mercy, and compassion that which is most beneficial to my well-being for the greatest spiritual good of all sentient beings. Okay? Now, I hope very much that this helps. Okay? But we're going to pull you a straightforward yes or no card. Okay? Yes. Yes, they are still coming. All right? This is a very positive card. Yes, they are still coming. All right? But you need to work on yourself. So please put them and this completely out of your mind. Because as the Raven's Clutch pointed out, when you very least expect it, when you've been working on your own self and not worrying about any of the other stuff, that is when they will find you. All right? We love you. We hope that this message helps. And please, please, please take care of yourself. All right? Bye.